So as I said in the intro, we're going to start this reading with the person A, person B type of spread. We'll look at the two energies and we'll look at the energy between the two of you. So you might find that you resonate with even some things on both sides of this equation, and that's usually because you and this person are mirroring each other. So don't be surprised if you can kind of resonate with some energy on both sides of this. But let's begin with person A. So for person A, we have this specialness card, card 52. For person B, we have adversity, card 33. Okay, and then we will use this tea leaf card to see what the energy between the two of you are, or is. So that is Quill. This says, get back to the basics. Interesting. Okay. We'll start over here with person A. So this specialness card really talks about shared goals. So right away, person A is coming through as someone who has really the best interests of this connection as a whole at heart. This person might even feel like a lot of the time they're doing all or most of the heavy lifting in this connection. Maybe even in a lot of relationships in this person's life, they feel like they're the ones that make most of the effort. They might feel like they're the only ones that have a clear intention for this connection or other connections in their life. So it feels like a very deliberate energy, a very thoughtful energy. I feel like this person wants this relationship to flow easily and harmoniously. Therefore, every action that they take, they're doing it for the highest good of the connection as a whole. They might feel like every decision that they make is in some way for the betterment of this connection. It's like this person is somewhere in there always considering how decisions that they make will affect this relationship. It feels like this person's playing for the team, not for the individual. That's not to say that person B is playing for the individual. We really haven't gotten to that energy yet. I'm just really tapping into person A's vibe here, and it feels like they want this connection to happen. They want this to work. They're willing to work. They do what they think is best. It almost feels like at times it can be like almost a burden. It's not anything that I'm picking up on this person. This person might not even recognize it as a burden, but it almost feels like they have to consider everything about where person B is, or how this connection might pan out before they can make any real decisions. Or they could have been in this place in the past where they felt like, I can't move, I can't go forward because I don't know what's happening with this connection yet. I'm thinking about maybe relocating, or I'm thinking about taking this job, or all of these things, or I'm thinking about maybe even exploring other connections, but I can't do that until I know where this stands. So I do feel like this person's always wanting to consider these things. They might be very considerate in the connection, always doing little things, or always thinking about this person, or something like that. Definitely team player here on in person A's energy. For person B, we have this adversity. Person B is in the process of some kind of glow up, is what it feels like to me. It feels like this is a glow up that, and I'm sure that any kind of evolution looks like this a lot of the time, but this feels like something that doesn't always look glowy or look sparkly or pretty. But growth doesn't usually look pretty at first. I feel like this person might be going through some sort of transition that is a little bit raw, or especially to them is what I'm hearing. Especially to them. It might not even be obvious outwardly that they maybe are struggling with this. It's like they're growing, but the growth is a little bit painful. There are some growing pains here. And even if others can't recognize it, it's something that feels like it can get very messy to them. It feels like this is an evolution that can be trying at times. Yeah, this person is growing. I feel like this transformation that they're going through may have recently picked up speed, or things started to click in place for them, because this energy feels very raw to me. So it feels like something that that they're currently experiencing, or like they just experienced, or they are just experiencing an uptick in this energy. I feel like in some ways person B may be a couple of steps behind person A in terms of understanding this connection or being willing to explore it. There's just this feeling that something has started to quicken for them, though. Their feelings might have taken a big leap recently, or it could be that their ability to understand their feelings has increased. But it does feel like person A might have been kind of the trailblazer in this situation. It's not that person B's feelings are weak and person A's feelings are strong. It's not that. It's the ability to understand, to interpret, to process, and to act in accordance with those feelings that I think person A is a little bit more experienced in that, a little bit more advanced. It comes more naturally to them. Person B is still going through this transformation. And I feel like this is one that they don't always think is the prettiest. Even though they're making massive leaps and bounds, they don't always like the process of transformation, which I think we could all relate to. But there is this feeling between the two of going back to basics, maybe starting something new, starting something over. This could be an indication that things are pretty lighthearted between the two of you right now. If this is brand new, it could be that you're just at that very beginning phase of this. So it does feel like you're in that back to basics energy. You might be keeping things casual right now, just getting to know each other, just those beginning stages. And so we can interpret basics as that, like you're just going through those basic beginning stages of this. This could also show that the two of you are working to repair something, or that you're focused on the most foundational parts of your relationship, like putting something into place, establishing a deeper connection. It could even be working to build a stronger friendship. It could be like trying to get back to that level of being friends. But for some of you, there really is a feeling of starting over, maybe even reliving old memories or doing something that the two of you used to do together. This person might want to recreate a previous date that you went on, or a previous experience that you had together. It feels like some sort of foundation being established between the two of you. So, of course, this varies depending on where you are in this relationship. This could be establishing that foundation for the first time, just establishing something between the two of you that this relationship can now rest upon and be built upon. But this can also be about kind of stripping away what has been built and starting something from the ground up, simplifying things, maybe not focusing so much on certain aspects of the relationship that were uncomfortable or that are not working right, and just getting back to those foundational elements when it comes to this connection. So let's start looking into what their next move towards you might be. We're just going to look at oracle card. I'm going to pull an oracle card to kind of get that beginning energy. Let's see. Okay. We have number 47, go the distance. So wow. I feel like this person's next move towards you might surprise you. You might even feel like it's a bit fast, or it's very sudden. It might come out of nowhere. If this is a new connection, it might seem that they are skipping some steps. Now, I think this is because of the depth of feeling that they have, but it might be that you might expect this person to come toward you, maybe even to pursue you, but you might expect them to do it in a certain way. Like they'll probably ask for my number. You might expect for it to be subtle, and this person might surprise you by actually going a lot, I want to say like going a lot harder, but like going a lot farther than you would have expected. They might be a little bit more direct. They might be wanting to progress things quicker than you expected them to. Like I was saying, it might feel like it comes out of nowhere, even if you're expecting it. And that's why I think it's a surprise, because when you're anticipating someone that's going to make a move and they do, and it surprises you, then the move that they made wasn't quite what you thought it was going to be. I'm seeing someone who's showing a willingness to maybe take some sort of leap, or to try something new, try something in a new way, maybe even make a sacrifice of some kind. This also is kind of the energy of someone maybe going out on a limb and taking a chance. So this could be that they're unsure of your feelings for them, and they really have to step outside of their box, outside of their comfort zone to reach out to you, to connect with you. It feels like they are going to potentially be a little bit nervous about doing this. Like maybe you haven't heard from this person in a long time, or maybe this is brand new, but it gives me this feeling of like, whoa, I'm really going out on a limb here, asking you out, or just calling you out of the blue. But it feels like a step that they want to take, like a step that they're ready to take that chance, kind of put themselves out there and see what happens. Even if this isn't a risk, that's kind of another message that's coming through. You might not view this as a risk. You could be waiting to hear from this person and you don't view it as a risk. Just know that there's an element of this that to them feels very risky. It feels like, whoa, I could be rejected here. I could be reading these signals all wrong. And it's like they still want to take this chance. It feels like this person has kind of a do or die energy now, almost like it's now or never. So they may be impulsive or act really quickly. For some of you, there might be some element of time involved here, timing. Like this person might feel like they're running out of time for whatever reason. It could be that they think that you might be involved or becoming involved with someone else. They think that you might be moving away somewhere and they're going to miss their opportunity. That's kind of the vibe that I get. Like they think that their opportunity might not be there for long, so they might sort of take this leap impulsively, just to try to secure something, just to try to solidify something, to get something out there so that you know where they're coming from, so that you know that they are in fact interested or that they want to move this forward. This feels like someone who's really eager to be around you. So this energy of going the distance might be that this is a person who wants to go out of their way to make you feel comfortable. They might want to go out of their way to connect with you. This could involve them traveling a long distance to see you. But it does feel like they're making some sort of effort, and something that you will definitely recognize as effort. I feel like it's something that might not only surprise you, but almost like wow you. It might be something that you think is out of character for them, or something that in past relationships of yours you haven't witnessed. You might not have witnessed someone kind of putting it all out there the way that this person is going to do, or taking a risk the way that this person is going to do. So I do feel like in some way this might wow you. Let's see. We're going to look at some tarot. Just try to get a better idea of what this person's next move towards you will be. Okay, we have the 10 of Materials, 10 of Pentacles. I love that. I love that Ten of Pentacles energy coming out after this Go the Distance card. We have the Star. And we will pull one more. Okay, one more Oracle deck. I just want to get one card from this deck. And then we can look at everything all together. So we have, I choose love no matter what. I feel like this energy is, it just goes so well with this Go the Distance. I feel like if there are obstacles here, this is a person who wants to kind of leap over those obstacles. They want to even put themselves in strenuous or uncomfortable situations to make this happen, because this feeling of choosing love no matter what is kind of, it's a feeling of eliminating obstacles. In some cases, maybe even ignoring obstacles. Putting their foot down about something, or making decisions, making changes that are necessary. So a very determined energy, which is what I get off of this Go the Distance card. This is a very determined and very fast moving energy. I love that the 10 of Materials came out right after this really fast moving energy. This is a very fiery energy. Like I was saying, could be impulsive energy. This person might make this move impulsively. But having the 10 of Materials, or the 10 of Pentacles, coming out right after it, it really shows me that there's stability behind the offer. So this person's next move towards you may seem impulsive. It might even seem out of character, or like it's coming out of the blue. But with this kind of energy, they mean it. Whatever this next thing is that they're going to do, they mean it. So it's not something that was just a spur of the moment idea and they're acting on it and they'll change their mind the next day. It doesn't feel like that kind of energy. There's a solid offer behind this, even if they act out of character to initially present this offer to you. I think that the intention here is for their future actions to match up with this energy that could have seemed impulsive. So they might even know that they're coming across as impulsive or really taking a chance, but at the same time they plan to prove it to you. Like they plan to prove that it is real with some form of stability or consistency. So even if this person has been flaky in the past, I wonder if that energy is past energy. They could have been impulsive or flaky in the past. They could have made promises and didn't quite follow through. Even if this is someone that you don't have that past experience with and you're not really sure how they will act in this connection going forward, they want to really prove and show you that this is something that has stability. This is something that's been well thought out. This is something that they want to build something off of it. So 10 of Pentacles energy is that of generations. It can sometimes represent generational wealth in this context. I just feel like it's like wanting to build something that will remain, something that will be established now and branch out and grow into the future. It's sort of like this tree that's planted here. It's like a tree of roses. Kind of an odd image. It's very beautiful, but it would be like planting a seed. They may have impulsively stuck the seed in the ground, but they had the intention of coming back day after day and watering it until it sprouted into something big and beautiful like this, something that's lasting. So I really do like that energy. They want this to grow into something that's solid and stable. And I feel like this is someone that might not always know or might not have always known how to go about that, but it feels like that's what they want, and like that's what they are interested in trying to pursue or trying to prove to you at this point. They definitely want to accommodate you. They want to put you at the center of their focus with the Star card. yeah, there is a feeling of them wanting to make you know kind of like how central you are to them, how much of an important figure you are in their life, something like that. They want to be accountable for their actions as well, for their feelings. So this might be a matter of a conversation. You know what? With this quill card being the energy between the two of you, I can't help but think that they might be writing out their feelings or reaching out through text or a DM or something like that. Yeah, this person may be contacting you through some sort of messaging app or something like that. They might even write you a letter. It might be easier for them to express through writing, so that could happen. I'm getting really strong Libra and Aquarius energy for this group. I think air in general is strong for you, which is really interesting, but it feels yeah, with this star card, this Justice, the quill being a feather and really giving me air energy. So I do think that the element of air is super important here. And I think that getting your thoughts out on the table is going to be a large part of their next move towards you. So they might want to communicate and express something to you. They might want to hear from you too. I feel like they have a lot to say, but I feel like establishing that line of communication is what is most important. Like, that's the next thing that they want to tackle here. Establishing that line of communication, letting you know how they feel, or laying the groundwork for being able to express. There's a pretty determined energy about this person with the Go the Distance card and the I choose love no matter what. Very, very determined. So this person this person's going to want to let you know that they're willing to overcome obstacles. They're willing to jump over hurdles. They're willing to continue to grow. I think that this person has gone through a lot of growth, and they're willing to continue to do that. This really feels like a conversation to me. It feels like some much needed communication, and that it might be happening through some sort of messaging. But it's like, what they want to tell you the most is, I'm willing to figure this out. I'm willing to see how we can make it work. I'm willing to even go out on a limb. You know what I mean? Like, I'm willing to put myself out there. I'm willing to come to you too. I feel like this might be the energy of someone traveling to you. Let's get a few messages from the Hidden Truth Oracle. This says, I left when I saw you with someone. So there might have been a little bit of worry. Oh, I think that's that feeling of missing the opportunity with you. I think that's what I was picking up on with this almost impulsive energy. Even if this person didn't literally see you with someone, which for some of you it could be that, and this might even have been a misunderstanding. This could have been like they saw a picture on social media, but it feels like in some way they have worried that they will miss the opportunity to be with you, and like they feel like they need to impulsively act, or they need to quickly fill you in on what's going on for them. And I just dropped your next card. This says, I wonder if you're happy without me. We'll pull one more. I think this person thinks about you a lot. You're on their mind a lot. So I feel like when they're in that energy of thinking about you, wondering what you're doing, wondering if you're thinking about them, it really does kind of come up for them, like, oh, I wonder if you think about me ever. I wonder if you're happy, or are you just moving along with your life and not really that concerned with me. This card says, I wish I could share my good news with you. So there might be something this person really wants to talk to you about outside of this connection, especially if you are kind of like this person's go-to, or they might view you like that, like you're the person that they want to share good news with when something happens, or you know, if they're excited about something. That could be the case. Interesting, because we're talking about their next move towards you being really focused around communication, kind of letting you know something. So that could be the good news that they want to share with you. They want to share the transformation that they've gone through, or they want to share how they want to move forward. We have I want to kiss you. What else? I see you in my dreams. Yeah. This person definitely thinks a lot about you. And if there is some sort of separation here, I feel like they miss you so much on all levels. They miss your voice. They miss hearing from you. They miss sharing ideas with you, getting your opinion, seeing your point of view. They miss the physical touch between the two of you as well. I want you to be mine. I feel like through these messages we are hearing a lot of what this person wants to communicate with you, and I do think that their next move towards you will be centered around communication with all this air energy, and kind of like the idea of balancing things out with this Justice card. They might want to balance it out. They might want to bring more balance, especially if they are aware that you've given more to this connection than they have. I feel like it wasn't on purpose if they didn't give what they should have to this connection. It feels more like they gave what they were able to give at the moment, but now they're kind of thinking it wasn't quite enough. They might want to balance these scales out a little bit. And yeah, I just feel like communicating how they're feeling and where they want this to go is super important. Let's pull one more. Oh yeah, we just got there are things I'm not ready to tell you yet. So this can be current or past energy. This communication could be about expressing all those things that they weren't quite ready to tell you in the past. It could also be that even after this communication, it might take them a little bit to open up. I like this message of yet. It might be a matter of knowing how you're feeling about them, or seeing how this connection is going to flow before they're ready to tell you. And I'm really picking up on the feeling that it's about how much they're feeling in this connection. Like, they might be willing to express some of it, or to come toward you in a way that really lets you know how they're feeling, but they might not be willing to put it into words yet. There might even be with this energy of like potentially them messaging you or something, it might be easier for them to communicate with you in some forms than in others. So maybe a face-to-face conversation about some things is really hard for them, makes them feel very awkward and uncomfortable, and it might be easier for them to write it all out. So really interesting energy here. I would be really interested to see what this person's next move is, because I think it will surprise you. I think it will be, it will show a lot more effort than you may have come to expect from this person. Or that more effort than you have come to expect in your relationships in general. If it feels like you're always doing all the work, I think this person's going to show you that they're capable of doing some of that work too. So yeah, I thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you liked this video, if any of these messages resonated with you, don't forget to like it. Leave me a comment down below and hit that subscribe button if you feel like it. And hopefully I will see you again in another reading really soon. Bye!